welcome to the Dean Vaughn Music Podcast Show. How's everyone doing out there tonight? I'm so glad you could all make it. And the band is waiting in the green room right now. And man, I'm just excited to bring these guys out. You got some great music ahead of you tonight. These guys are badass. If you like good, hard Southern rock, like Lynyrd Skynyrd on steroids, these guys are badass. So let me bring out the band. First, I want to thank the audience for joining in tonight to the Dean Vaughn Music Podcast Show. Yeah. This is a song I put in during the commercial. I was real excited to put it in because I love this song. It's called Mississippi Hound Master. I think that's the name of the song. Yeah, Mississippi Hound Master, Revision 1. So I'm going to bring the guys out right now. Be patient. They got five band members tonight, people. So let's bring them all in right now. Playing some music for you. Can you guys hear that okay?
Oh, it sounds great.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know this band. Yeah. Let's welcome Silversel to the stage tonight, people. Everyone give them a big round of applause. Wally and Ricky. Got Daniel over there, Craig, and Steve-O or Saxon. What do I call you, Steve-O or Saxon, or doesn't matter? I'm not late for dinner, that's right.
That's it. It doesn't matter. Steve-O's time.
Guys, how was your day? How was your day today?
Long.
I'm tired. I'm tired.
You and me both.
You know, we're going to talk a lot about your music, of course. That's why you're here. And let me turn that music down just a little bit. And everybody, you're looking at Silversel tonight on the Dean Vaughn Music Podcast Show, broadcasting in Las Vegas, Nevada, where it's hot as fuck. Where it's hot as fuck out here.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Las Vegas.
And you know, today it rained. It rained a little bit today.
Nice.
Yeah. So you guys are in Georgia tonight. It says born in the endless fields of Georgia, South Georgia, and raised in the big city. And tell me a little bit about, who do I pick on that's the veteran in the group over here for the deep questions?
I'd say Ricky or Wally. Yeah, they're pretty deep.
Ricky, I'm going to pick on you just a second. Tell me a little bit. Tell me a little bit about the origin of this band. Give me a little timeline. Are these guys all the original members, and who's the new guy in town?
All right. So real quick rundown. It was actually myself and my cousin and our original lead guitarist who had a band. And we had another guy in the band named John Wagnon. He was the bass player. But we had a band named Splinter, and we went and did a little show in Pembroke, Georgia. It was a little outdoor festival.
Nice.
And we winded up meeting Wally Silver out there at that festival. He was doing a little solo acoustic gig. And I got his number and stuff. And then about 2 weeks went by after that festival, and we had the opportunity to go and open up for Molly Hatchet.
Nice.
So my cousin, he lived in Jacksonville, Florida, and he was the vocalist for us. So I called him up and says, look, we're going to get paid X amount of dollars. We can open up for Hatchet. It'll be on this day in Ludowici, Georgia. And he come back and says, man, I can't make that show. I ain't going to be able to do it.
Oh, no.
So I was like, damn. So I remembered Wally and his superb vocals. So I'm like, well, shit, I'm about to call Wally and see if he can do the show. And Boog was like, hey, man, if you can get somebody to do it, do it. So I give Wally a call. And he's like, yeah, man, I remember you. And I was like, well, would you be interested in doing a show with us, man? And he's like, well, what's the details? So I'm like, well, we're gonna open up for Hatchet. And he was like, well, fuck yeah, let's do it. And then he's like, when is it? And I'm like, this was on a Wednesday. He's like, when is it? And I was like, well, it's this Friday. And he's like, bro, what the hell are we gonna play? And I said, I don't know, but here's my address. Get your ass over to my house, and we'll write up a list of songs and hammer them out for the next 2 days. So that's what we did, and from there, Silvercell was born, and it was myself, Wally Silver, Justin Myers, and John Wagnon. And then as the years went by, we winded up picking up Daniel and Mikey. And John, he had to go back to Texas. His father was having some issues, and my brother-in-law actually joined the band and played bass for a while, George Atkins, and then he decided he wanted to be a professional bowler. So that's what he did. And we had met, I had met Steven. We were doing a CD release party for Battlegrounds, and Steven was in a band. So we got him to come in and open up for us, him and his band. And they did a superb job. And Steven and I hit it off. We became good friends. And when George left the band to go be a bowler, Steven called me up because Steven actually wanted to be a drummer. So he hits me up and he's like, hey, man, you got any used drum equipment for sale? So I'm like, as a matter of fact, I got a double kick pedal and a couple stands. So he rides out to my house and I'm like, look, man, I'll sell you all this, but you got to come play bass for us because he was the bass player in his band.
There you go.
Come and play. Yeah,
so Steve, you're the bass player, Steve, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, he bamboozled me. I that was 6 years ago, and I've yet to set that kit up. So it's still sitting out in storage.
Yeah, and then after that, Justin, he needed to he had some break from the band. And Daniel stepped up, and he became our new lead guitarist. And him and Craig had been in a couple of bands throughout the years together, and he introduced us to Craig. And
so
Craig
Daniel and Craig they're the guitar players, right?
Yes.
Daniel and Craig are guitars. Let me get everyone's position real quick. And Steve, you are the bass.
Yep. Yes, sir.
I got Danny, and then we got Wally. What are you, Wally?
I'm the lead singer.
I thought I recognized you. You're that guy in the front. Wally, you are badass. Let me tell you, you're one badass singer.
Thank you.
And so I've got two guitar players, a bass player, and a singer with me tonight. Ricky, what do you play again?
I play percussion drums. At least I tried to.
You're the drummer. You know, I'm a drummer. That's my first instrument. I love the drums. And it helped me in my music career. I'm a songwriter. So it helped me with my timing, right? Telling the band when to come in and all that shit. Sometimes I'd have to go back and play the drums to show the new drummer how to play the song.
Nice.
I said, if I have to do that, then maybe he's not right for the band. But Ricky, it's cool, man. I want to thank you guys again for just showing up tonight. I just want to get to know you guys a little bit. I'm going to talk a little bit about your early records. I'm going to take you all the way back to the beginning where and now are you all you guys the original members, kind of? Am I looking at the original members almost?
Mostly.
Okay, mostly. It's not important. And okay, and then I have written down so I don't get off track. Your first album under the name Silversel, and give me a rundown of that album and the single EPs to follow in the timeline. So take me back. Who wants to talk about the album? The first album.
Go ahead, Wally.
Wally, you're up.
Okay. The first album we did, we actually recorded that in Nashville, Tennessee, with Steve Grisham was our engineer from the Outlaws, Black Hawk, the guitar player for them. He actually recorded that album for us. We actually, believe it or not, he was friends with our manager at the time, and we stayed pretty much in his house for a week
Nice.
and hammered that thing out, man. It was originally written, believe it or not, in Rick's kitchen.
That must have went well.
We were all kinds of poor, balling on a budget, And but no, we got that album recorded, and and I mean, just absolutely super stoked about it. But yeah, some of the music, well, actually, no, pretty much all of it was written in Rick's kitchen.
Now, you guys had a song called Where Angels Dare.
Yes.
Was that on that album?
Yes, it was. That's actually the title of that album.
Okay.
The album, it's the self-titled album was Where Angels Dare.
Gotcha. And then you were signed to Mira Vista Records at the time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, pretty much how all that came about, we were doing a show at Club La Vila in Panama City during Bike Week, and
nice.
We were doing the shows with Southern Rock's Finest, and Steve happened to be in Southern Rock's Finest at that time as well. And he heard us, fell in love with us, and was like, "Man, I want to record you guys." And he owned a record label, Mira Vista Records, and the rest was history. We went to his house, recorded the album, and he put us on his label.
Very nice. Well, you guys are now signed to what? Curtin? Is it Curtin? Who are you signed by today?
Massive Media.
Massive Media. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And the single off that album, Heard It All Before, and it caught the attention of the Grammy board. Now, I didn't quite know what to say about the Grammys. Can you kind of give me a little rundown on the attention you got from the Grammy board? 56th Annual Grammys.
We actually made what they call the short list for that one in several different categories. But basically the step that you make it to out of thousands and thousands and thousands of bands, you make it to it, and then you have the ones that are actually nominated. We made it to that short list before the nominations.
Gotcha. Well, that's pretty nice to be recognized. I mean, you guys have been around for a while. So tell me a little bit about what year did this band start?
I believe it was around 2008 or 2009.
2009. Okay. And then you had to go through the whole COVID. You had to go through the COVID era.
Yeah.
You guys had to go through 2020 and all that shit.
I know.
Yeah. We stayed strong through it, though. We actually played a lot of shows during COVID.
Did you?
Yeah, I mean, people looked at it a little differently out down here in the South, and we did a lot of frat parties, and there was a couple of venues that still stayed open, and they still had live music, and well, we'd get in there and rock out.
Nice. Did you guys? You played with Molly Hatchet? Did that show came off okay?
Oh yeah, that show came off great.
Yeah.
We've played with several different acts. We shared the stages with the likes of we did a show with Skillet at Wild Adventures, Collective Soul. We've done shows with Skynyrd. We've done shows with a lot. Quiet Riot before Frankie Benelli passed. God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, quite a few different acts. We've had the pleasures and the honor to be able to say that, hey, we shared the stage with them. We've been pretty blessed in our own ways, for sure.
That's pretty cool. I interviewed Quiet Riot. I interviewed actually Carlos.
Nice.
Yeah, he's such a great guy. And I got to interview Carlos when he was playing with Freak Show. I don't know if you heard his new band.
Okay, nice.
He was talking about how he didn't get along with Kevin and Frankie. And I'm like, fuck, I always got along with my drummers. What the hell?
I gotcha. Yeah, the show that we did with them, it was at a big venue called Stage on Bay, and I believe who was on vocals was the cat that placed second on America's Got Talent.
Okay.
American Idol.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, American Idol. It was that cat that was doing lead vocals with them at that time. That's when we did the show with them.
That's not the guy that did sang for Queen, is it?
No, that's Adam Lambert. It wasn't that guy.
That's right.
It wasn't that guy. He placed like second or third or something on one of those voice shows.
There's so many. Guys, I got a video queued up. I think it's the Mississippi Hound video.
Nice.
And it's right off your website. And I want to play it for the audience just so they can get a little taste of what you guys are like. And if you don't mind, I'd like to play it right now.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I didn't think you would mind. All right, man. Here we go. Let's crank it up, everyone. I'm going to share the screen and let's give it a. Now your mics are live. Your guys' mics are live, so it's going to come through on the video. If you're playing the song or you're talking, it's going to come through. So, little silence during this music video so everyone can churn it up and rock out. Here we go.
Nice.
Very nice, guys.
Pretty good.
Thank you very much. Okay. Stop clapping, everyone. Stop clapping. That was badass, guys. That song is badass. And I love the
Thank
name.
you.
Mississippi Hound.
Thank you for spinning it.
So who did you guys write that? Who wrote that song?
We did as
the
a band.
The whole band.
Mm.
And what's the song about? Who wants to talk about it?
Yeah.
I have the name, but I don't know what it's about.
Well, we've always been a swamp metal band, and every album that we've ever done, or the albums that we've done, we've always put something that was very southern rock on it.
Okay.
And Daniel had that riff, the opening riff for it or whatever, and I came in. I said, I'll put a few lyrics to it and see what happens. And probably the most southern thing we could think of was a blue tick hound, a flatbed Ford truck on a farm.
There you go.
So
don't get any more country than that.
You can't. You really can't. So that's kind of where it started out, and what you heard is the way it ended up.
That's a great song. I just wanted to hear a little bit from the writer or the writers, and which is you guys. What a great song. And it's like Lynyrd Skynyrd on steroids. Your music has got that southern niche, but it just takes it one step further. It puts me into like a heavy rock, almost not heavy metal, but heavy rock. And that style of music, is that something you guys have always played since the beginning, or do you do like screaming heavy metal, or is this it?
We've got a different variety. I mean, we've got a song out there that you could probably play on pop stations if you wanted to.
Okay, all right.
But and then we've got some songs that could classify us as being metal, a lot heavier.
So your genre, you can shift genres. You guys have enough talent to do whatever kind of genre you want, basically.
I believe so. Yeah. Yes.
I want to jump around, and I just want to get to know each one of you one-on-one. And I know that I'm over here with Steve-O. And I had to mute him. I think earlier we had some noise coming out. Saxon or Steve-O? What do I call you, Steve?
You call me Steve-O, son. Yeah.
Okay, tell me. But anyway, can you tell me a little bit about your personal getting in? How did you start playing bass? Was it from high school? Have you been playing in other bands you were in? And how did you meet these guys?
I actually started out playing the trumpet in elementary school.
Nice.
And when I got into high school, everybody in my family plays something, guitar, or both my brother and sister play all kind of woodwind instruments and brass instruments, and my father played guitar, my mom played piano.
Nice.
I used to. I remember as a kid, my mom, we were in a flea market, and we were walking past a guitar, and I said, "Hey, Mom, buy me that guitar." I was like 11 years old. And she says, "No." She says, "It'll sit in the corner of your room, and you will never learn to play it." And so from then on, I started borrowing guitars from people and plugging them into the stereo in my bedroom for an amp, and used that up until I got into high school, graduated from high school, and was borrowing a friend's guitar. Got in a little band. We were doing a little like the school talent show.
Okay.
And we got the opportunity right before the talent show to go record. And when we went to record, the guy says, so you got two guitar players. I played rhythm. And he says, you got two guitar players and a singer and drummer. Who plays the bass? And I said, well, I play rhythm. I'll give it a shot. And knocked out 2 songs in 2 takes, and traded all my shit the next day for a bass guitar and an amp, and became a bass player. That I was like 16 years old, and then I've been playing ever since.
Do you love playing the bass?
Good God, yeah. I mean, it's therapy, brother. I mean, it gets me out of trouble, sort of. But probably puts me in more trouble than it gets me out of.
The bass guitar, there's so much freedom, right? As a bass player,
Yeah, and you'd think it'd be in a band with 3 guitar players, I'd be able to play what I want, but no. I got to drive these suckers home.
You fucking guys, you holding them down, man.
We're all holding it down. It's a good time. It really is.
So who's your influences as a bass player? Like, who do you like to, follow or listen to?
I listen to all kinds of music, and I think when I was really coming into the music scene, I moved to Athens, Georgia, about the time REM and all those guys were coming out.
Right.
And snuck my way into a band called White Buffalo, and they were very, very much a jam band, and I was very much a hippie kid with a whole bunch of cover songs under my belt. And Dave Schools was the bass player for Widespread Panic.
Okay.
He was actually the bass player that that sat in for the White Buffalo band that I was in. So everything I learned, basically to be in that band was him just noodling on their songs. And so I attribute him to a lot of the stuff that I like to play that jam band style. But over the years, ended up moving to Atlanta, getting a band called Rosewater, did a lot of stuff. This is all back in the late 80s, early 90s, man. I'm an old guy.
So am I. So am I. Are you originally from Georgia?
Originally from Savannah, Georgia, yeah.
Nice.
And so lived in Atlanta. I toured with those guys for about 4 years, and then got married, had kids, laid it all off.
Nice.
Ended up hanging out with some buddies, starting a little band, little dad band out in the shed, and did that for almost 20 years. And then when I moved back to Savannah to take care of my folks, I actually, the first week I was back, I met Ricky on a job site, and brought my little band down from Atlanta, and like he said earlier, we opened up for him, and then from there, that's kind of how it all worked. I've been
so you've known Ricky for a little while then.
Oh yeah, for going on 14 years, 13, 14 years.
Yeah, you guys know like brothers. You guys are like brothers.
Oh yeah, man. He's sickening. He's so sickening. I love him though, man. He's when I grow up, I want to be just like
Ricky. Yeah, I'm gonna just since we're talking about Ricky, I want to jump over Rick. So tell me a little bit about your upbringing, how you got into music, just the whole spiel, and then how you met these guys. Maybe you can kind of put it all together for me.
All right, gotcha. Well, for me, it's a little different. I come from a musical background. My father, he wasn't listed as a swamper, but in my eyes, he was kind of a swamper. He played drums, and he's played with Tanya Tucker. He's played with a lot of country artists out of Nashville. And him and Danny Joe Brown were actually, man, they were like brothers. They were really good friends, and Danny had introduced him to at the time he was the original drummer. I can't even remember his name. It's been so long ago, but he was the original drummer for Hatchet, and then
he played with Molly Hatchet.
Well, yeah. When the original drummer couldn't make shows and stuff, Danny would call my dad, and he'd go and fill in.
Nice.
And then he had gotten with Pat Armstrong over at Artist International, and him and Pat had formed a subsidiary company called TNT Management and Booking Agency. And then before Pat passed away, my father had bought Pat out, and he became the sole owner of TNT Management and Booking Agency. And just from an early age, I remember curling up in his bass drum because he'd keep the resonant head off of his kick drums, and he'd have a big pillow in there.
Right. I remember that.
I'd get in there as an infant while he'd just be, playing drums. And so I started playing drums at around 9 years old, but then I gave it up and, didn't really pick the drums back up until I was in my 20s. And then, like I said, my cousin and myself, we started a band, and then from there it progressed into the band that we are today. I explained how we met Wally and how we met Daniel, and that we were actually we were going through some issues, and we were looking to bring in another guitarist to replace one of our lead guitarists, and then that's how we met Daniel. Daniel comes in, and him and our lead guitarist, they hit it off. They became real good buds, and from there it just grew into the band that we are today.
So your story is very much like mine.
And Bruce Crump was Molly Hatchet's original drummer.
Oh, Bruce Crump,
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a great story, man. And I always tell the story where I slept in bass drum when I was a baby. My mom was a singer, and I used to crawl into the bass drum because there was a pillow there, and she would be playing at midnight or some club. She was big band, orchestra, and I would crawl into. I saw that pillow, man, and I went to sleep. And my first instrument was the drums. Nice. Believe it or not, I was only like 6. I don't know what I was. Daniel, I'm going to jump over to you real quick. Just get a little background on you for the people that may not know everything you've done. So just give me a little, little synopsis. So who you are and how'd you get into this band or start the band?
Okay, so my cousin played drums and he was really good. And I walked in and he was playing Tom Sawyer and it blew my mind. And I picked up the guitar. It was like a little acoustic guitar and that just didn't work. So I tried the drums and I ended up actually being pretty good on them at a young age. And that kind of faded till I was about 13, 14. And I found an old guitar somewhere and it was one that had the speaker inside the body.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
remember those.
Nice.
you remember those things?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
could walk around and play
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. And
Like
I
a pig
figured
nose
out,
or something embedded.
yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but it was pretty cool, especially as a kid stumbling across it. So we put some batteries in it, and I was walking around. I figured out "Bad to the Bone" and a Poison song. Figured out I had it. I think it was like
I love that, man.
I can't remember. But yeah, I went and got my first guitar from like a Sears or J.C. Penney catalog or something like that. It
Right.
ended up being a collector's item. It was that bone white harmony that everybody looks for nowadays.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's gone forever. I traded that in for an old Dimebag Darrell looking guitar. It was like no name. And I started learning. Then I moved. I kept moving for some reason. Parents, family issues. And met Craig, bought another guitar. We decided we'd start a band in like ninth grade. That carried on till 1920. We decided to start playing out live a lot, and it just got better and better. I started buying better gear, and that thing kind of fizzled out. And had a little break, and Wally calls up one day, asked if I want to play guitar, and I was like, hell yes, I do. And from that moment, we've been, jamming, been kicking it, and it's increasing by the minute. It's great, man. It's awesome.
You talked a little bit about playing "Bad to the Bone." Was Thorogood? Was he one of your influences, or did you just like to play that kind of music?
It was before I really found rock. I mean, I liked classic rock and radio stuff, and whenever I picked up the guitar, that's just the first thing, and I was able to move it from my brain to the guitar. I don't know,
Gotcha.
first
Gotcha.
try, and it was just kind of simple. And from that moment, it's just taking off. But yeah, it did start with that song. It's weird, but yeah.
And I love that fucking shit. Simple, right? Simple works.
Yeah.
Simple.
But there's one song in particular. I guess I don't want to be another guitarist to say that Eddie Van Halen did it, but it's not the usual. It's not the usual. I can't remember the name of the song, but it's the clean one. We know where Sammy Hagar, "Come on, baby, finish what you started."
Right.
That guitar lick in that song, dude.
Yeah.
I
love that
the
song.
guitar lick in that was just so amazing as a kid, and I was like, I want to do that. So
what a kickback, what a cool song that is. I'm thinking about. I'm listening to it in my head.
Dude.
Just that little don't.
Yeah.
Just Sammy Hagar. Yeah. Just fucking around, not just going balls out, but just kind of fucking around. Yeah.
But it was smooth as hell, dude. And I just wanted to learn how to do that from that moment.
That's fucking badass, man. That is badass right there. I'm telling you. Okay, I need to jump over. I want to hear from everyone real quick. Let me jump up to Wally, since we were talking a little bit about Wally up there. The lead singer of Silversel'Youtube is up at the top, at least on my screen. Wally, how did you get? First of all, have you always been a lead singer or a singer?
To an extent. I mean, I've not always been a lead singer. No. I mean, I was in and out of bands, and I always did some backup singing. It wasn't until the band, before I did my own thing, that I became a lead singer. And that was only by chance. I mean, the lead singer quit, and they were like, "Well, you can sing. You're the lead singer now." I was like, oh, "Okay." So,
do you play instruments as well?
Yeah. I play guitar. I play at the bass. I play the hell out of the radio. It's but
fucking radio. I play the radio.
But yeah, I background wise, earliest memories would be Dad's 45s, Lou Reed, Beach Boys, B.B. King, stuff like that. I thought it was the greatest thing ever. And then my cousin was playing. It's going to sound crazy, but my cousin I was at his house and he was playing To Hell with the Devil by Stryper. And that initial twin lead in it, I was like, oh my God, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard. And it was the following week. I say it was the following week, or it was very close to that. And I think Daniel will get a kick out of this because we kind of grew up in the same area. It was either Chris Henry or Chris Moore, one of the two, showed me Ride the Lightning by Metallica. They played the whole album, and I was like, oh my God, it's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
one of the Chris's.
So,
Yeah,
and
right.
Downhill from there for me. But my dad played guitar, and I wanted to learn to do the things that I was hearing on the records, and he was like, cool. So he bought this pawn shop guitar, and I swear you could almost fit your fist in between the strings and the neck.
Oh my God. High action.
But it made my hand really strong. So,
it's like playing a fucking bad acoustic guitar or something.
Right. So he said, once you learn, I'll buy you a nice one. And to his credit, he really did.
After your hands were all bloody, your fingers were falling off.
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, really, I was in and out of bands, and then I decided to do my own things just acoustically, have a little fun with it, and that's where like I said, I met Rick and them, and was pretty stoked. They opened up with a Pink Floyd song, and I was like, oh. So it was really cool when he called, and I'll tell you, to add to that story, actually, I lived in Rick's. Well, technically, it was his kitchen. For about 2 days.
That's when you did the album, right?
Learning their music, and Rick comes, he goes, well, dude, let's do a couple of your songs. And I was like, dude, I just play acoustic, man. This is something different, dude. But we did, man. We collaborated for like 2 days straight before that first show, and it was a great show. It was, and I'll tell you this too, I thought this was really cool. They had converted a horse barn at this place, or it was some huge place, but they had converted this horse barn into a venue. It was really cool.
That's cool. We used to rehearse in a barn in Pasadena. So I'm with you. Go ahead.
Nice. No, that's I mean, pretty much the rest of it's history. I mean, we've been through a lot. We've learned a lot of music, and it's been a fun time because I've been, like I said, I've been in a lot of bands, but I've never been in bands where you can take something as simple as, dude, I've got this lyric and I think we should write a song around it. And these guys go, okay, well, what about this? And I'm like, oh, that's cool.
It's nice to have that collaboration and that chemistry.
Right.
Yeah.
It is. And I've not, I mean, in all my years of music, I've never, ever been in a band that's that collaborative, I guess is a good way to put it.
And it's hard to find. You guys are lucky. It's hard to find. And if everyone's watching this podcast tonight or this interview, it's not easy finding a group of guys or girls that can all get on the same page and not argue. And everyone's like, yeah, this sounds bitchin'. Let's do it. It's very hard. And you guys make it sound like it's easy, but that's why I had to put that in. I'm going to jump over real quick. I don't want to ignore you over there, but Craig, did I talk to you yet, Craig?
A little bit.
I don't know if did I get your background? Tell the world.
Did not.
Tell the world what did you do? You came out of high school? Go all the way back if you have to. How'd you get into this band? Take me home.
Well, I said Daniel pretty much summed it up from the get-go. So we 8th, 9th grade when I did. And drums. My mom played brother that played drums. He was a huge 80s Motley Crue, the Osbourne, Rush. So I decided I'd play drums. Always wanted guitar, but drums was the best I could get at the time. So my brother was in a band, so I would watch them play. And anyways, I met Daniel in high school, and I was like, dude, let's start a band. We did. And I started out on guitar, and then I don't know, 2 weeks in, I was like, fuck drums. I want to play guitar.
Nice.
So he showed me Iron Man and Smoke on the Water. You know, everybody's
Smoke
first
on
song
the Water. Well,
on
that's my
guitar.
favorite song.
And yeah, no shit, right? You know.
Did you always play, Craig? Did you always play drums? Have you always been a drummer?
Well,
I have
I
to ask.
started out as a drummer.
Okay, you started out,
I started out.
but you're a guitar player, right?
No,
No.
I switched over to guitar. I forgot drums. And so Daniel and I started a band. And
That's
we
pretty
carried
cool.
that on for a long time. You know, and anyways, I eventually ended up moving to Tennessee.
Okay.
So I was gone for a while. And that's when Daniel joined Silver. And then I moved home. It was like I joined Siversel. There was some things happening within the group, and they needed a guitarist, and I was available. So here we are. I mean, I joined
That's pretty
Siversel back in year.
It's been about a year.
You know, it's where we at. So.
About a year ago.
Well, Craig and Daniel, you both
Well,
are you guys are the main guitar players, right? Does anyone else play guitar in the band, or you two?
We do have one other guitarist, and he didn't make it on tonight, but yeah, Mikey, he's a retired Navy chief.
Nice. Thank you for your service, Mikey, and we miss you tonight over on the podcast show. And so you have 3 guitars on stage. It kind of it's starting to reminisce with Lynyrd Skynyrd. Kind of when I went to see them, they have 3 or 4, right? 4 guitar players, or 5?
Yeah, that 3 guitar attack, baby. That 3
That's
guitar
right.
attack.
That's right. That must get kind of crazy. But you guys have that big sound, and I'm thinking, you know, I would love to be in a band with 3 guitar players. I've never been in a band that big.
It's not as glorious as you think as a bass player. I'm telling you. You gotta do shit to stand out, brother.
I got you. You guys have some other videos I wanted to play tonight. I also want to let people know they can call in and talk to you guys. And I didn't show the screen yet. And anybody who's out there, by the way, guys, the chat room is filled up tonight. We have some chat on Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble and Instagram. So you guys have some people out there asking questions. I'll try to relay them in. If you have questions, please send them on the chat or call into the show, which I'm going to show the screen right now. And ask the guys anything you want. They said everything is off the table, or on the table, I'm sorry.
On the table.
On the table.
Nothing
you can ask nothing to hide. No skeletons in the closet.
Laying it out.
And the first caller into the show wins that beautiful ceramic glazed coffee mug with Silversel'Youtube on the cover, and it's an 11-ounce coffee mug, and I will send it out to you first thing in the morning. But you have to call into the show at 669 area code 669-444-9171 in the USA. Meeting ID, you're going to ask you 702-927-2226. One more time, country code 1-669-444-9171. Write that down. Meeting ID 702-927-2226. And that's for the people that may not be watching the show, but listening. And I have the screen up right now. If you're watching the show, I have the screen, and that QR code you see on my left shoulder, which looks like it's to the right, it's right there. That QR code, if you scan it with your phone, it'll give you every phone number in the world. Over 100 countries: Brazil, Finland, Germany, China, Brazil, Australia. If you scan that code, you'll get all the phone numbers so you can call into the show and use your local phone numbers. And it also has every state in the United States. So I just can't put them all on the screen. So there's the QR code. Scan it with your phone. If you can see it, I'll try to go full screen. And talk to Silversel. Ask them anything you want. And ask them something I may not ask them. And if you're a fan, you'll know what to ask them. So, see, already, guys, somebody called in.
Nice.
You guys, okay, I'm gonna give you the area code. It's 860. You guys recognize it?
860.
860.
We're going to bring them in. Here we go. Are you guys ready? Here we go. We're bringing in the first caller tonight and the winner of that coffee mug. Here we go. Well, welcome to the Dean Vaughn Music podcast show. And please turn down your background music. And who do we have here? Who do we have calling
Hello?
in? Yeah.
Oh, hi, I'm Becca.
Hi, Becca. You're talking to Silvercell. Ask him
Hello,
anything.
Becca, what's up?
Let's go with it, Becca. What you got,
Hi.
baby?
They're all yours, Becca.
I'm
They're all yours.
I'm calling to support, and I wanted to say hello, and I'm a big fan.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you
thank
for
you very
that.
much.
Give me something about the band I don't know about, Becca.
Let's see.
She has to dig deep, man. You guys are in trouble.
I don't know. I know Wally's got a calendar right next to him.
Wally, where are you at? Where's Wally? There he is. Tell me about the calendar. What about the calendar?
Calendar.
I don't know. Mr. Firefighter needs a nice schedule, I guess.
Sounds like you know these guys personally. Becca, give me a little insight. Tell me who you are.
Just Becca. I mean,
Pleading the fifth.
No, fifth's not allowed on my show. Not allowed.
All right, Becca, where are you from? Talk to us.
all right, a little insight on Becca when it's supposed to be about the Siversel.
Come on, Becca. Give us the dirt on Silvercell. Come on. Give us the
I
dirt.
mean, there's not much dirt. I know about ball hammocks now.
Ball hammocks. Did you say ball hammocks?
Sorry.
Did she say
That's
ball
Wally
hammocks?
about that.
Oh my God. Are you wearing ball hammocks, Wally?
Wally, she seems to know you pretty well, bro.
No doubt, dude.
It's on the calendar. Ball hammocks.
Does know.
It's all hammocks, huh?
I keep ball hammocks on my calendar.
That's pretty funny.
Oh gosh. No, I wasn't supposed to say anything embarrassing.
No, please say something embarrassing. We need some
We don't
laughter
want to
over
be
here.
embarrassing.
Now's the time for that.
Oh, great.
We need some excitement. We need some excitement over here.
For a mug, you can
No,
mention
I-
embarrassing.
For this mug, you gotta earn the mug.
I called because I'm competing with my sister, and I told her I'm very competitive and I wanted to be the first caller. So I my tie and woohoo!
Well, you are the winner. You're the winner of the music podcast mug with Silvercell on the cover, Becca. So you did win the mug.
Sweet.
But I need some dirt. I need something on the band. Give me something. Tell me about the live show when you go to see them live. How are they?
I've been trying. Oh my gosh, I've wanted to go, but goodness gracious, it's so difficult. But you know, life happens. I'll see him one day.
How about on the 27th there, Becca?
I don't know. I gotta look at my schedule, my little fancy calendar that I copied somebody with.
Where are you at? Where are you at tonight, Becca?
Oh, I'm in Georgia.
You're in Georgia. Where are you? Near the band?
I'd say yeah, pretty close.
You're not in the same room, are you? Is it
No.
over there?
No.
Oh, did you go to your room, Becca?
I see.
Oh,
I see.
right.
Steve-O keeps disappearing. I'm wondering if you're over there. Stay seated, Steve-O. I know where you're going.
Oh Lord.
Great.
You know, it's funny. We got another caller coming in right behind you. So ask the band a good question that everybody wants to know. Ask somebody something, anything.
I don't know, Wally. How long have you had that beard, buddy?
How long have I had the what?
A beard.
Beard.
The beard.
The beard. Some say that I was born with it.
little baby beard.
I've had the beard in some form probably upwards of 20 years.
You got to tell people how to take care of their beards, make them look pretty.
Trim it.
Trim it, wash your beard, put in beard oil, and use a wooden comb, not a
You do
plastic.
all that? You do all that, bro?
You don't use one of those picks, those little picks.
Right.
Yeah.
There's Steve-O's going to his beard over there. He got a little goatee. Look, Craig's got quite a beard going on.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Looks great.
Read that right after the Emancipation Proclamation.
Becca, you're gonna have to. Becca, you got to give me your information. Becca, you got to give me your information so I can send you out that coffee mug. Can you email me?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to give it to you real quick. Hold on. Dean, send it to Dean, D-E-A-N, at deanvonmusic.com. Okay, send me your address. deanvonmusic.com. DEANVONMUSIC. I want to send you out that coffee mug, and we have another caller coming in. So do you have any more questions for these sexy guys?
I do not think so.
Are you sure?
Absolutely positive.
Are you sure? Bye.
I'm sure. You guys have a wonderful rest of y'all's night.
Well,
Thank you for calling in, Becca.
Thank you, Becca.
Thank you, Becca. Thank you for calling in. Thank you very much. I'm going to bring in another caller in. You guys have another caller coming in right now. Ian is from the 706 area code. Let's bring that one in. Welcome to the Dean Von Music Podcast Show. You're talking to Silversel from Georgia. Who do we have?
Hey man, it's Josh.
Hey, what's
How's
up?
it going, Josh?
Hello, Josh.
Going on, Josh?
I'm all right, man. How y'all doing?
Doing great.
Awesome, brother.
Welcome. Ask him anything, Josh. They're all yours.
I mean, how's everything going? I know that y'all have been doing some shows here lately. How's the shows been going?
I would have to say that they've been going swell.
Yeah.
They've been real good.
We're having a good time, and we're covering a lot of ground, that's for sure.
That's awesome, man. That's so sweet to hear, man.
Yeah, the calendar's filling up.
That one next to Wally.
Next to the ball hammock.
Yeah.
Well, that's how we judge whether we're going to play or not.
Gotta juggle the balls, man.
Squirrel.
Yeah.
Woo.
Depends on how low the hammock sat. Is that what shows we got?
Josh, ask him anything, man. Are you friends with these guys? Tell me your background. How do you know the band?
Yeah, I know the band. I know Daniel, I know Ricky, and I know Wally.
Nice.
I know Wally really well, actually. And, I actually, back in the day that I've seen these guys practice just in an attic, man. And it was so sick to see the covers that they did and how good they did them. And it's awesome to see the way that they're progressing throughout their music. And it's so sick, dude.
Nice.
Appreciate
So you were kind of there in the beginning, right, Josh?
No, sir. I mean, well, when I found out about Silversel, it was about 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, man, it's just
Are they as badass as their recordings? I mean, on stage, do they sound like their recordings on stage?
Oh man, they're sick, dude.
That's what I thought.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
Thank you, my brother.
Hey, Josh, I want to thank you for calling into the show. You just missed the first caller. You almost won the coffee mug.
Oh man.
Keep watching the show. You get the first caller in, you win that coffee mug. But
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Any other questions for the band?
No. It's just compliments to the band. You guys are doing awesome, man. And man, y'all just keep going and rocking on, man.
Thank you,
Appreciate
man.
it, brother.
Appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Fuck
Cheers,
yeah.
brother.
Thank you, Josh.
Brother, thank you.
Yeah, the audience goes crazy.
Hell yeah.
That's fucking bad to the bone right there. It's bad to the bone. Are you good, Josh? Are we good? Are you still there?
Yes, sir.
All
yes,
right.
Sir. I'm gonna go ahead and dip out. You guys have a good podcast, man. I'm gonna keep watching until it's over.
I got some more songs to play for him, Josh. More music coming up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we appreciate it, Josh.
Later, Josh. Peace out, brother.
Good night, y'all.
See you on the next run.
Oh yeah. Silvercell. You know, I got some great songs. I got some more music, you guys. Do you mind if I play another video for the audience?
Run it, brother. Run it.
You
Hell yeah.
insist.
Josh, you still there, or did you hang up? Sometimes I have to ask.
I'm still here.
Go ahead and hang up because and then
Yes,
check out
sir.
this.
Yes, sir.
That way you can watch this video. Are you ready? Let's see. Now I've got all Out of Rocks. Now I saw you guys.
hell
Yeah.
Nice,
That looks
nice.
okay. So go ahead and hang up, Josh. To hang up the phone there. And I'm gonna
John
play.
will shake.
Okay. So tell me who wants to preface this song for me, and tell me a little, history. When was it written? All that.
That'd be a Wally question.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it was written in 2014.
yeah, this song was written a while back. I was going through a rough patch in my life, and I sat down at my kitchen table and played it. And when I wrote it, and we went in to do the Battlegrounds album, the engineer Shane Baldwin was like, "Dude, I need a ballad, man. We need a ballad." And I was like, "Well, I've got this song." And the band had played it a few times, and we'd put it together a little bit. And we played it for him. He was like, "My God, that's the one." And but a fun little note about this song is Outta Rocks is actually a throwback, or what, I don't even really know what the word is for it, to the movie Forrest Gump, from the scene where Jenny's throwing rocks at a house and she falls and Forrest says, "I guess sometimes there aren't enough rocks."
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I was in my life at that point in time. There just wasn't enough rocks. And so I felt like, and the band felt like, they're like, "Dude, this is the song that we need to put right here in the middle of this album." And that's what we did. And the rest is history, man. It's been a pretty good hit for us.
Well, so, let me play it. Let me play it for the audience.
Absolutely.
Let's play it. All right, here we go. And turn it up, everyone. Turn it up. Crank it. Crank it. Crank it. Here we go. Let's go.
Do you ever even think of me? And do you always keep an accurate tally of all the times I brought pain to you and me? And do you think you could find the heart to forgive? Because tomorrow won't be too late. So let the rain pour down on me. What crime did I commit to bring on such a penance? I watched you burn. I watched you burn. 'cause tomorrow will be too late. So let the rain pour down on me. What crime did I commit to bring on such a penance? I watched you burn, standing beside me. What crime did you commit to bring on all the mess? You watched me burn. You watched me burn. And now we stand here, hand in hand, to watch the whole thing burn to the ground. What crime did I commit to bring on such a penance? I watched you burn. I'm not gonna watch 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 you. I'm not gonna watch you. I'm not gonna watch you burn. Not gonna watch you burn.
Nice.
Yeah.
What a great song that was. Who wants to talk a little bit about what's that song about?
Wally, we're gonna let you tell this story, brother.
Wally?
I'll give you a little side note.
Great singing, by the way, Wally. I want to tell you, your voice is incredible on that song.
Thank
Tell
you
us
so much.
Tell me what it's about.
Basically, it's just about being. They say sometimes you got to rock bottom, and that's really what that song's about. It's being at the bottom and trying to find your way back up. Is probably the easiest way to say it. It's a song of love and lost and finding your place again.
Like a song of hope. It's a song of hope.
Yes. Yes.
And coming back and you just for the people that fall down, get back up and make it even better.
That's right.
Life is a challenge. It's a constant challenge, and we just got to keep getting back up and make it count, right? Make everything.
That's
count.
right.
Every day.
It sounds like a heartfelt song. That song touched it almost. I could see some people out there crying over that song.
Just you're looking at one of them right here. When I first met these, a little side note.
Yeah.
I before I actually got in the band, when I first met Rick, I would follow him around, go see him at different venues and stuff. And one of the things that always surprised me is every time I'd hear a song, somehow Wally had tapped into my brain and written a song about something that happened in my life. And that particular song, I'd been in a very toxic relationship and just could not break away from it. And that song, to this day, I still have a hard time playing without crying. So it's
well, you put a lot of passion. I mean, you feel the song, man. You guys don't just play it; you feel it. You know,
it's a lot of passion.
I think that's what makes a great rock and roll band. Look at the great rock and roll bands, Metallica. You know, some of the bands that really feel their music, and you can hear it. You can hear it in the music that the band really put their soul and their heart and soul into the song. And you guys are one of those bands. You're right up there with the biggest, man. And I expect to see you guys on the top of the charts here very soon. You're still a new band. I mean, the bands have been playing 15, 20, 30 years before they have a hit song out there. You know,
That's right.
It's when you quit is when it's all over.
That's right.
So we can never quit. We can never quit.
Ain't no quitting brotherhood, bro.
Ain't no quitting in these bones.
No,
Now,
not at all.
somebody in the chat room mentioned the other song I have on my playlist. There's one called Whiskey Haze. Yeah. And then what did I do with the freaking? Oh, I lost it. Oh, I got to get back your website. I had it a minute ago. I keep wiping shit out. But your songs are so powerful and they're so big. They're big songs. Even the ballads are big. And when I say that, I mean the guitar sound, the drum sound, and then it comes down, and then the feeling of the song, the acoustic guitar, and the vocals are so powerful. If I had to review this song, the vocals really put it over the top as far as perfect pitch and holding those notes, and the band behind it, you know, just bringing it up, and just the power behind it, and the crescendo and the emotion. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And I hear everything.
I would have to, you know, at the end of the day, we get together and we write the songs, and, you know, Wally, you know, it's no secret, Wally writes 99% of the vocals, and then we come in and we put all the music behind it, and then we'll go, and I just have to give this shout out real quick to Shane Baldwin. When we met him, it was kind of funny, real quick rundown. We went to Muscle Shoals to Fame Studios to record the album Battlegrounds, and we got in there, and man, great people over there. John Gifford was the engineer at the time, and you know, he was doing a great job, but it wasn't the sound that we were trying to achieve. The sound was different, right? So
right.
We hammered it out for 3 days, and then we was just like, yeah, man, it's just not a good fit. So we left. We come back home, and I was actually helping a buddy of mine build a studio, and Frank Farr, great guy, and I was telling him, man, we need to find a good studio that we can get into, that can really pull out what we're looking for. And he told me about Shane, so we went down there and we met Shane Baldwin. At the time, it was Elevated Basement Studios, and man, he jumped right in, and he's been on the scene and he's been around for a while. He's worked with Greg Allman from the Allman Brothers bands. He's worked with several other cats, and he would push us to our limits. He said, nope, you can do it better, hit it again. Nope, you can do it better, hit it again. And so I just got to give my hats off to him. Big shout out to him. Shane, if you're listening, brother, we love you, and we're loyal. We'll always stay with you, baby.
Thanks, Shane, for pushing them to the limit. You know, it's kind of like when you're working out, you can do three more reps, you know.
Yeah. You
can do it, you know, and you almost need that encouragement, you know. And I've been in the studio many times. I'm a lead singer myself. And I remember somebody saying, Dean, you need to do it again, but do it with passion. Do it this way, do it that way. We just need a little kick sometimes, you know, a little encouragement to push you to your absolute limit, because I think our minds say, I can't do this. I can't reach that plateau. And then someone says, yes, you can. Isn't it funny how it affects us, right? You know?
Yeah, and he's great at that too.
John, what's his name?
Shane Baldwin.
Shane Baldwin. Thank you.
Shane Baldwin.
Shane. He's kind of responsible for making Silvercell, it sounds like.
Yep.
Oh, without a doubt, I got to give him credit for it. He's a
Now
hell of a guy.
You guys have a couple more songs up here on the video, and you have a song called Shine,
Yes.
and you have a song called Whiskey Haze. And
Mhm.
out of those two, I'm going to play them both, but which one do you want to play first? Video.
And to be honest with you, there's not really a Silvercell song that I dislike. I kind of like them all.
Okay.
So I mean, you pick,
Well,
brother.
okay, how about I pick it?
Yeah.
Oh, I just gave it away. Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't want to give it away, man. All right. So the audience that heard that, you know what song I'm going to play, right? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to play a song by Silvercell, and then we're going to talk a little bit about it when we're done. And I want you to crank it up. Sure, if you got a bitchin' stereo, you're in your car, I don't care. I want you to crank the shit out of it because the sound.
Absolutely. Crank this shit up.
Crank the shit out of it, man. And I got the entire band, Silversel's, here on the Dean Vaughn Music podcast show, and we are having some fun tonight. And we're broadcasting in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we are talking to Georgia. So we're getting out there tonight. And so I'm gonna play this song, and I think it's called something Haze.
I got us.
Yeah, you figure it out. We're gonna play it right now. Are you guys ready?
Hit it.
All right, listen. Turn it up.
I used to taste your kiss on my lips for days. I used to find your touch coming on like waves.
Hell yeah.
Damn right.
Badass, eh? That's some badass shit, guys. You know what that was? That was bad to the. I just love playing Thorogood, man. When I get a chance, you know. I've got some other shit under my sleeve here, but that's my favorite.
Nice.
You know, I have some. I wanted to talk a little bit more about going back. Let's see, I had it right there. The band's second album, Battlegrounds. This is Silvercell I'm talking about. Was a treasure trove of heavy rock and Southern roots. With hit singles like Outta Rocks, it stayed on the DRT music charts for 16 weeks at #1. And Icarus, is that how I said? Icarus? Icarus. Stayed on the DRT music charts for 8 weeks as well. And it went to #1 and #2, along with your fan favorite Southern rock bangers like Outlaw. Can you tell me a little bit about that experience, having one of your songs go #1 on a radio station? And I don't know where that radio station was. Maybe you can fill me in. How exciting was that for you guys to be in the #1 for 16 weeks?
For me, it was pretty badass. I liked it. As far as the radio stations go, the way the DRT charts work, that was more like college radio, if you're familiar with that.
Yep.
So it was several different college radio stations throughout America that had deemed those songs, as far as the DRT charts were concerned,
gotcha.
At #1 and #1 and #2. So it was it wasn't that commercial mainstream success, but for us it was another notch in the belt. It was success.
Yeah. Well, how many million people got to hear those songs? You know, top #1.
Exactly, and you know, and it put us in touch with a college fan base, which was pretty fucking awesome in my book.
Right. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool stuff. Just being heard by that many people. And of course, we have streaming now. Tonight's show is going to be heard by thousands of people, and then it goes back out and it'll be heard by maybe 1 million people. I don't know.
Nice.
But it's just nice to get the reach. Just nice to be heard, guys. You know.
That's right. And hats off to you, because it's a lot of people like you that helps artists like us, bands like us to continue to stay in that limelight and get out there. So again, thank you, my brother, for having us.
You're welcome. And I'm honored to have you guys on the show tonight. You guys are all professional and respectable musicians, and I think that the world needs to hear you guys. They need to hear your music, and if I can help get it out there, I will. And you guys always have an open door on my show.
Yeah, we appreciate that, brother.
Appreciate that, brother.
And I'm not done yet. January of 2021, Silvercell released their most recent album, an EP entitled Inexorable. Did I say that right?
Inexorable.
You guys say it better. The new EP ushered in a new, heavier sound. Now, I know you guys at some point got heavy, and I'm not sure if that's what this is talking about. For the band, with songs like Gravedigger, Enemy, Run with the Wolves, with Inexorable, Silvercell sought to give listeners both old and new a taste of who Silvercell truly is. So when you say old and new, are you talking about there's an old Silvercell and a new? Or what's that statement exactly mean?
Well, it's a little bit. It was mostly old fans and new fans alike. But at the same time, we kind of changed with Inexorable. We changed the way that we wrote.
Okay. A
lot of times with the first 2 albums, I'd bring in a song and then go have at it, and it would change, and it would become this beautiful thing that was on the album that you heard, and that was the entire band wrote that.
Okay.
But originally it would come in with an acoustic guitar or something like that, or somebody would bring in a riff, and then it would kind of go from there. With Inexorable, we sat down and we went, okay, we're at practice, let's write a song. And it became this new way of writing. And with each of us being we're all kind of from different backgrounds, all the same backgrounds, all at the same time.
Right.
And it was beautiful to watch these songs come together like, you know, in whatever time frame it was, but it was just a different way of writing. So it was kind of an old Silversel and a new Silversel at the same time.
I got you.
And I
Well, that kind of
think-
clears. Yeah, go ahead.
I think with that album or that EP, we actually changed tuning. We didn't. We dropped to
Drop C
C
sharp.
sharp. Yeah.
Which gave us a little edgier, heavier sound on the guitars and stuff. So
Gotcha. Now, now, I don't think I played Shine. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm queuing it up, so I'm going to get back to you. Is Shine, did I play Shine yet?
no.
On the, I have it queued up. Okay. Continue on, guys, about the, whatever you were saying. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
That's
no,
all.
you're good.
I'm just queuing up Shine if you guys want me to play that, because I want to get it in before we start talking about the rest of your career, because you guys got more stuff to talk about. And do you guys mind if I play it real quick?
No, let's run it, brother.
No.
Okay. All right. I'm just burying you with music tonight. Which,
Hey, I love it. It's a banger.
I
Yeah,
know,
there's
man.
nothing wrong with that.
You know, my favorite thing to do is to play your music. You know, it makes us all look good because your music is great.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
You're absolutely welcome, man. And I know the audience out there is enjoying it. And you guys can still call in if you wrote the phone numbers down. I'm going to play one more song on the video side, and then let's let it rock. Hold on, let me share the screen. Here we go, guys. Rock on. Turn it up. Here we go. Turn it up. Silversel'Youtube. Shine.
Don't drag the water, wash away my sin. Bury me in mud, hide the past within. Tear down the walls you hide behind. When darkness falls, I'll be the light. Won't you let me shine a light to burn the past away? Shine a light to never, never dim. Why don't you let me shine? Shine a light to burn the past away. Shine a light to never, never dim. Shine a light to burn the past away. Shine a light to never, never dim. Why won't you let me shine? Won't you let me shine? Won't you let me shine? Why won't you let me shine? Shine. Why won't you? Why won't you? Why won't you let me shine?
Oh, shit. That one caught me off. That caught me off guard. That was nice, guys.
Yeah, baby.
Love it.
You know,
That's a banger.
I'm looking over at the chat, guys, and there's a guy named Casey out there. He loves your music, and he's saying, "Play Outlaw." He's saying, "Play Outlaw."
Okay, yeah, Outlaw's a good one. But I don't think you're gonna find
You're not gonna
Outlaw.
find. You won't find out.
Casey, unless you send it to me, I can't play it right now. But I can play. Well, I played all three that I had on my list tonight, and man, let me tell you, that right there, that's an EP that can just go out right there. Those three songs, and you could sell 1 million copies. You could sell 1 million copies tomorrow.
Yeah, well, we appreciate that.
We do have 2 more that are coming out with that EP, so that's what we're working on now.
Yep. We are currently in the studio.
I forgot to bring in the screen. I'm sitting here talking to Casey over here. Now the chat room is full, guys. We got a lot of people over there. You got a few fans. I'm looking at. Let me see here. Let me take a peek. I'd just like to include. We got. Well, gosh darn it. Okay, never mind. I'm looking at YouTube chat right now, but we also have Rumble, we have Facebook, we have Instagram, and YouTube, of course. And you guys got a lot of fans out there. And now we're going to get into wrapping up the show here pretty soon. I have one more thing. It says, I have these like charted out so I don't forget. Presently, Silversel'L is working on their 4th studio album. Okay, I don't know how new that is. And they have released 3 singles to date: Whiskey Haze, Mississippi Hound, and Shine that we heard tonight. So what's your plan for 2025, guys? And what can your fans expect to see and hear from you in the near future? So maybe give me your gig dates and maybe upcoming songs or an album, and how can they get your music and send them to the spot that's going to make you the most money?
Nice.
Who wants to answer? Who wants to answer that?
Well, I'll take heed and answer one of them. As far as gigs go, we have the 27th of this month, September, will be in Jonesboro, Georgia. It's right there on the outskirts of Atlanta. And then October the 11th, we are in Augusta, Georgia.
Augusta.
And then October 25th, we are in Arkansas. Is it Jonesboro, Arkansas?
Yeah, Jonesboro.
Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Yeah.
October 26th, we are in Memphis, Tennessee. Both of those
Nice.
dates, we are on the bill with Scotty Austin.
Oh, Scotty, I love that guy.
Yep,
Yeah.
he's awesome.
A little
We
bit of
played a
Billy
few
Idol
shows
in there.
Yeah, we've played a few shows with him before as well.
Rebel
So he's a
yell!
great guy.
Me and Scotty had a great interview, man. He's a fun guy.
Nice, yeah. And then November the 14th, we're doing a charity. That's the Toys for Tots.
Okay.
And
Toys for Tots. Yeah, Toys for Tots.
Getting towards the holidays, right? Getting towards the holidays.
Yeah. So the date, and the dates are still coming in. So we'll definitely be in those cities. If you're in any of those cities or close by, come out and check us out. We love to make new cellmates, and we love to just have a hell of a time and party. So
Now all the gigs are listed on your website. Is that right?
Yes.
they should be.
Well, most of them.
Silversel'Band.com, correct?
That is correct.
I'll put the links at the bottom of the show on Silversel'L Band, SILVERSEL band.com. And you can find all of their music, all of their videos. That's what I'm doing tonight. I'm relying on the website for the latest and greatest. And they got the bio up there. They got everything, the videos, the music. And you can contact them and you can subscribe and become a fan. So get on there and talk to Silversel'L. These guys are awesome. And they have a huge future ahead of them. So you want to get in now so you can still talk to them, because they're going to get so big you won't be able to talk to them. You won't be able to reach them.
Yeah.
They'll be on the plane. They'll be traveling all over the world. I have some friends in Tennessee. You said you're playing in Memphis. Do you guys provide your own tour? Do you have to I can imagine it's costly. Do you have like a tour bus, or do you guys all just get on a plane and show up?
As a matter of fact, we do have a tour bus. So,
nice.
We bought it, paid cash for it. And a couple of us in the band we're tradesmen, so
okay.
we're still we've got it decked out real nice now, but you know, we're still adding and adding and adding.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like an old
That's
school
right.
bus, or what is it? Like an old RV? Tell me about it. It's an RV.
No,
or-
it's an actual bus.
Okay, cool.
It was a
41st.
charter bus. It was a charter bus, and we picked it up for a really great price. It's got an 8V92 Detroit engine in it. Now, because none of us in the band have CDLs, we did have it re-registered as an RV. So once you do that, now
you can
as
drive
long
it.
as you don't. That's right. Now you can drive it.
That is, you know what that is? That is that's bad. That's kind of bad to the bone. Wait a second. I didn't turn. See, I did it again. I did it again. I didn't share it. So you know what that is? That is.
Yeah.
Oh, what does that song get me going? Anyway, you know, and so we're heading towards wrapping up, and I just want to thank you guys for doing the show tonight. And we're heading into the final hour here.
Well, definitely thank you for having us. And as far as new music goes, real quick, we do have some new music that'll be being released very soon. So keep your ears to the radio and keep up with Silvercell, and you'll definitely hear some new tunes coming out real soon.
Very soon.
Okay, everybody, and at the end of the show, there'll be some links. I'll put them in, and then this show goes back out to Spotify a couple days later. So you will find it on YouTube tonight, Facebook, Rumble, and Instagram, but mainly YouTube. And you can watch the show over again tonight. It takes a while to process, and then I'm going to re-edit it, clean it up, put in some goodies, and send it back out to 105 countries.
Hell yeah! Ain't good thing.
So I want to thank you guys for doing the show, and good night, and thank you everyone for watching the Dean Vaughn Music Podcast Show.
Give it up for Dean Vaughn, baby!
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And good night.